Hey there, it's Sadie. I'm gonna do something new, kinda, sort of. I don't know what I'm doing here. Uh, it's an episode of Flossie and Sade, my new show. I'm reading a book I want to share with you, and I was going to share, and I still am going to talk about this book a lot on my podcast, Herb Oracle, because it is a book of manifestation. But all of a sudden, I'm sitting here taking notes, writing myself little affirmation cards, thinking about how am I really going to work this into an herbal podcast? And I'm like, you know what? You do have a YouTube channel. You do. So I thought I would check in, say hi, and also tell you about this awesome book that I am reading. Actually, I read it. I already read it. I devoured this book, and it's so good. Now, I want to tell you all about this book. I want to share with you my notes that I took, and then also just to show you what a dork I am, like as if you can't see that yourself. Hey, what's up? I'm also, when something really strikes me like a good affirmation, I'm writing it down, and I will read those two as well. But I want to tell you all about my new friend Flossie, Florence Scovel Shin. Now, she's dead, like a lot of my good friends are, and her work is available to you on YouTube. So you can look up Florence Scovel Shin and find all of her books, all of her writings. They're available because they're so old, so like there's no copyright on them really. And you'll be able to find them and listen to the audiobooks. That's how I found her. I listened to the audiobook, Your Word is Your Wand. And I was like, whoa, this book just changed me. And I was like, I love these affirmations. And I was like, I need these affirmations in print because I don't want to just keep on re-listening to the audiobook. I wanted to see them. So I got on thriftbooks.com, and there was all these choices, like, do I want this edition? Do I want that edition? Do I want them separate? Do I want them together? And it was like late, and I was like scrolling like this, and I couldn't really see. And I just was like, I saw the complete writings of Florence Scovel Shin, and I clicked buy it now. And when it came here, I was like, oh, here it is. Here's the book I ordered. The complete writings of Florence Scovel Shin for women. And I was like, I don't remember it saying for women in the audiobook, but I was like, well, maybe I just really wasn't paying attention. And I was like, whatever. So I start reading this book, and I was like, this book is amazing. Why is this book so good? This book is like clicking, clicking, clicking. And here, what Divorce, DEVORSS Publications did, divorce.com, was they rewrote, they didn't like rewrite, like they did. They rewrote Florence Scovel Shin's writings, and anytime that she would say man, they edited it to woman. And hello, magic manifesting. When I read it like that, now granted, I had listened to the audiobook with the man version and I loved it, right? I was like, I need that in my life. But when I read it with the woman version, something magical happened. So shout out to Divorce Publications. That was brilliant. That was so smart, so brilliant. And instantly I connected with Flossie's energy. I'm laughing with her. Like, I'm loving this book. And I was like, I have to share this book. I have to study this book, learn this book, talk this book, walk this book. I know that doesn't make sense to most people, but you get it if you get it. Like, you got to walk your talk. You got to actually start putting into action the things that you learn. All last year, I studied the laws of the universe, and it's one thing to study them, it's another thing to live them. It's another thing to live them. So anyways, All 4 of her writings are in this book. The Game of Life and How to Play It. Okay, that's the first one. The second one is the one that I listened to originally and what made me buy this book. Your Word is Your Wand. Your word is your wand. Think about that, little witchies. Your word is your wand. It's called spelling for a reason. Like, every word you speak is a spell. Your words are your wands. So everything you're saying is either going to benefit you or not, but everything that you're saying is going to affect you and manifest. So your word is your wand. Speak it and it is. Ask for it and it is given. So that's a cool one. Then her third writing is The Secret Door to Success. And then the fourth one, The Power of the Spoken Word. So I have already read this. Now I've gone back. Yeah, this was my bookmark, a very whimsical tree. I'm back now at the first chapter of The Game of Life and How to Play It. And I'm going back through and I'm highlighting, because it's my book. It's my book and I can do what I want. I'm highlighting, I'm writing affirmations, and I am taking notes, which I'm going to somehow make available on herboracle.blogspot.com. So I want to tell you more about this book. I want to tell you more about Flossie. There's not a whole lot of information about her. She was kind of like under the radar, like me. Like me. This woman is me. She was under the radar. And then this made me laugh so hard. At the beginning of this book, there is a biography. So she passed away a half hour before noon on October 17th, 1940, at 69 years old. Her friend says, and this made me laugh out loud, finally, one day Flossie went into her living room, sat down, and died. And I don't know why would that make me laugh so hard, because I was like, that's something I would do. Like, I'd be like, half hour before noon, yeah, I'm gonna check out. I just like go sit down and die. So anyways, yeah, then they sold all their stuff in the auction room, and like really no one really cared. No one else cared. Like, okay, and then the other thing that I could really relate to my new friend Flossie is she was an artist and entertainer. She was married for about 14 years and then got divorced, and then became a metaphysical teacher. So I was like, that sounds familiar too. So I love the woman that wrote this book, even though, how long has it been since she's died? Like, look at me doing math. 80 years ago. So yeah, like, I love this book. And if you are a lady girl, you can listen to the free audiobooks on YouTube. I'll put some links in either this description or on my blog post. I'm going to do a blog post about this too. Listen to the links, or just Google, or not Google, in the YouTube, type in Florence Scovel Shinn and see what comes up. The first one I listened to was Your Word is Your Wand, but that's actually her second book. So The Game of Life and How to Play It is her first book. They're really short. They're enjoyable. They will change your life. Now, I know a lot of things affect our lives, and I say, you should do this, you should read that, buy this, buy that. This, I'm insisting you connect with Flossie. I'm insisting. So anyways, I am going to be taking notes, probably sharing my notes, and maybe checking in and talking about my notes. But yeah, she's incredible. And this company who wrote it, put it in an edition, a version for women. If you're a lady girl, think about getting this book, because this clicked 100 times better hearing it hearing woman instead of man. Okay, I love the man version. I really, really did. But whenever they put it into, when they say woman and you're a woman, it fucking clicks. You know what I mean? Sorry for the F-bomb. All power is given to each woman to bring her heaven upon her earth through right thinking. This is the goal of the game of life. Now, what really cracked me up, so Flossie says, in the following chapters, I will show you how you can change your conditions by changing your words. And Flossie probably wants me to quit saying the F word. But it's such a habit. So any woman, this was what made me laugh, any woman who does not know the power of the word is behind the times. So Flossie was a little sassy, and I like that about her. So she's like, because that was big. This book was written, published in 1925. And so everyone was super vain, still is, still are, okay? But in 1925, like, people were especially vain. And they wanted to be with the times. Like, times are changing, right? So that was pretty sassy, and she was basically calling everybody out, because she would have said any man. The original version would have said any man. So that even made Flossie more ballsy. Flossie is a ballsy girl, and I love that about her. So in the original one, she would have said any man who does not know the power of the word is behind the times. Did she just get everybody's attention back in 1925 or what? So anyways, I love Flossie. I love Florence Scovel Shinn. There's no reason why you can't look up a free audiobook of hers on YouTube and dive into it. Lady girls, think about getting this edition by Divorce Publications. I got it on Thrift Books for like probably $5, $7. Like, seriously, get this book. All right, so I'm going to talk more. I'm going to talk about it until I'm done talking about it. It's the first chapter, but I'm not going to read directly from it because I don't have permission from the publisher yet, because I didn't ask. I was going to ask, and then I was like, you know what? You don't really want to read the whole book out loud to people, but what you do want to do is maybe read a few things that spoke to you. So the first chapter is called The Game, and Flossie starts off by saying most people consider life a battle, but it is not a battle. It is a game. So, and then this whole book is how to play this game successfully. So that's why the name of the book is called The Game of Life and How to Play It. But this version is The Game of Life for Women and How to Play It. So, I mean, like, I'm not into like placing a lot of bets, but I would bet you $5 if you read this book and you're a lady girl, or you get the original version if you're a dude, it will change your life. Like, I'm convinced. Flossie has me convinced that I need to speak the word about this book to you to help you, but also every time I get online, either I do a broadcast or, I do a podcast every damn day. Do you know that? I get up every morning and do a podcast. Every morning, every day, I speak words that benefit me because I know the power of the spoken word. Now, what's so cool about this book is it's like, good, Sadie, you're on the right track and we're proud of you. Now we're going to clean up your act. Now we're going to actually give you more powerful words to speak. So that's why affirmations work. Affirmations are like a vibrational prayer that you say over and over again. When you say things over and over again, it makes an imprint on your subconscious. When your subconscious is imprinted, it affects your whole life. Your subconscious is always listening to you. It's like a friend that never leaves your side, is always listening. It wants to serve you. The subconscious does not have a sense of humor, and it takes everything very literally. So if I go around saying my life's a bunch of bullshit, which I do a lot, it listens to that command and says, Sadie likes bullshit. we will give her bullshit. So the subconscious does not actually have a sense of humor, neither does the universe. It takes every command very, very literal. So that's why I have to clean up my words. That's why I have to stop being so sarcastic. Because a lot of times I manifest things that aren't the best. All right, so this game is a game of giving and receiving. You know what? I'm going to put the book down for a second, and I'm just going to show you my notes. So here's my notes that I wrote, and I think what I'll do, I don't know if I can do this, but this is what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to make a PDF download of these notes, just like I make downloads of my herb notes for Herbal Marie that I have on my Patreon page. I have a Patreon page for Herbal Marie, and it's really easy to download the PDFs. I'm thinking, I didn't check this out yet, but I'm thinking that there's probably a way for me to offer a PDF download on my blog, right? Right? I'm assuming yes. So anyways, I'm going to take a picture of these, and in my next blog post that I'll be talking about this book, I will share these notes for anybody who wants them. So here's my notes, and I'm going to read them and see if I did a good job and they make any sense. So the game, this life is a game of giving and receiving. Giving and receiving, and we get that message all the damn time in our oracle cards. Giving and receiving in balance, right? This is a game. You reap what you sow. You reap what you sow, right? So if you give hate, you get hate. If you give love, you get love. Whatever you reap, that's what you sow. Whatever you give, that's what you get. So if I am constantly giving criticism, I will get criticism. So it's like, this is like the point in the test that there's a little stop sign. And it's like, stop and ask yourself, what are you giving? So are you giving out love or are you giving out hate? What are you imagining? Okay, so there's a definition in the game, the chapter of the game, that imagination is the scissors of the mind. Your imagination are like chop, chop, chop scissors. They're always cutting images. So you're either imagining beautiful things or scary things or things that you want or things that you don't want. All these images that your imagination cuts out eventually manifest. So the game is to train your imaging faculty, your imagination, that's what she calls it, imaging faculty, to image only good. So if you can train your mind, your imagination, your imaging faculty to image only good, that is what will be impressed upon your subconscious, and that will be what you manifest. So that was my first page of notes about the game. But I love this. What are you imagining? Good job, Sadie. What are you imagining? What are you imagining? What have you imagined today? Okay, so think about, like, what have your daydreams been about? What have your conversations been about? You're always imagining something. If you're like me, I'm like in a constant state of daydreaming. Today it was cowboys, so guess what I'm gonna manifest soon. All right, next page. So also in the first chapter, Flossie talks about the 3 departments of the mind: the subconscious, the conscious mind, and the superconscious mind. So you have 3 departments up here. You have 3 departments. Now, your subconscious, that's the listener. That's the one that's always listening. Okay, the subconscious is the one that's always listening. The conscious mind is like just your human mind, the mortal mind. And then the super conscious mind is the God mind. So let me tell you more about the 3 departments of the mind. So subconscious, that's basically power without direction. She described it as like free electricity or steam. Like it's just power without direction until you tell it where to go. So it's like electricity that needs to be told where to go. It does what it's directed to do. So your subconscious mind is just energy, but you have to tell it where to go. You have to tell it what to think, focus on. It's like a computer. Like you can buy a computer, and until you install the programs, it doesn't know what to do, right? So it does what it is directed to do, the subconscious. What you feel deeply or imagine clearly is impressed upon the subconscious mind. So all day long, you're making impressions, you're cutting out your pictures with your imagination, and all day long, you are making impressions upon the subconscious mind. So the 3 departments of the mind, this is called the game of life and how to play it. This is from Flossie's first book, The Game of Life and How to Play It. Florence Scovel Shinn was a smart lady in 1925, so she knew the 3 departments of the mind. Now the second department is the conscious mind. That's the mortal mind. That's the human mind. It just sees life as it appears to be. But this conscious mind that's looking around, that's looking at this, looking at that, you're welcome, it's making impressions too. Okay, so the conscious mind impresses the subconscious mind. So your subconscious mind is your faithful servant, and it's always listening to you. Okay, now the superconscious mind is the God mind within us. That's right, you have a God mind. It is the realm of perfect ideas. It is the divine design from infinite intelligence. It's your true destiny. It's who you truly are. You have a true destiny unique to you. Each person has their own true destiny. Each person has their own divine design from infinite intelligence. So this superconscious mind, it'll flash an idea at you. Like, you ever just get a light bulb? You just get a really good idea? That's the super conscious mind finally breaking through, communicating with you. No, I have not. I have gotten flashes of good stuff. I haven't read that book. God mind within us. So a lot of times you get these really great ideas, but then what happens? Your human mind, your conscious mind says, oh, that's too hard, or that would be too good to be true, or like you just stomp it out right away. But your superconscious mind is always ready to connect with you as soon as you open up the door and let it in. So that's my second page of notes that I'll be hopefully offering somewhere to you, the 3 departments of the mind. And that's what Flossie talks about in The Game of Life and How to Play It in chapter 1. So this book is available all over YouTube. A lot of menfolk, hey Wyatt, a lot of menfolk narrators are reading it, and that's how I found it, and I loved it. But if you're a lady girl, I highly recommend getting you this edition of for women, because it just clicked so much for me to hear it in a feminine voice, right? Well, it was my voice. It was my feminine voice reading it, but to hear it written for women, I was like, oh yeah, I got this. All right, so my next page of notes, I wrote, yes, but you know what? If you can't order it right away, listen to the audiobooks. I'm just talking about this book, Wyatt. My new friend Flossie, Florence Scovel Shinn, she did die in 1940, but we hanging out because she is basically me. I'm her. It's so fun. It is so fun for me to connect with this energy. I know. I love the name of the book too. She's got 4 books. I love it in audio too. So, I mean, The Game of Life and How to Play It. Your Word is Your Wand is her second book. The Secret Door to Success and the Power of the Spoken Word. And all four of them are in this book. So they're rather short, and I was able to devour this book. Okay, so let me give you a cool definition for the word intuition. And I love how she defines it, so I wrote it down. Intuition means to be taught from within. So we're always getting that message in oracle cards. Listen to your intuition. Follow your intuition. Listen to your intuition. Well, what is intuition? It is being taught from within. So I just love that. And she says, never, ever, ever, never violate a hunch. If you have a hunch, if you have a good idea, you better go with it. You better listen to it, right? You need to go to that rock, fossil, and mineral show, Wyatt. You should never violate a hunch. If you feel like you should do something, you need to do it. If you got a good idea or like, I think I should go this way, you go that way. Never violate a hunch. So here's my second page, or third page of notes. Now here you'll see a square. Also in this book, she talks about the square of life. So the square of life is actually the game completed. It's the object of the game to complete this square of life. And what is on the square? Health, wealth. I hope you go. Health, wealth, love, and perfect self-expression. Those are the four sides of the square of life. So Wyatt, I hope that you go because that sounds perfect for you. Perfect self-expression, health, wealth, love. Isn't that what everybody wants? That is a square of life. So it's like if we had like a happiness satisfaction meter, like in My Singing Monsters, you can click on a monster and see if they're happy. They're like 25% happy, 50% happy. So if you can get your monster 100% happy, it's safe to say that they are fulfilling all four sides of their square. Yeah. So if you're not 100% satisfied right now, think about this square. Where's your health? Where's your wealth? How much love do you have pumping in your life? And are you able to have perfect self-expression? And what does that mean to you, right? So anyways, that is really cool. That's another part of the book. This is a cool page. I wrote it. I'm 100% tonight. Wyatt, that's awesome. So you're feeling good. You got your health. You got enough money, maybe plenty of money. You got your wealth. What was the other one? Love. I was like, oh, what's the one? Love. And perfect self-expression. Yeah, I'm pretty close. Yeah, I'm pretty much 100 too. I'm loving myself. I'm loving you guys. So how to manifest is this next page. Yeah, I still got some money too. And she talks a lot about money in this book. So if you can listen to the audiobook as soon as you can, do it, because she wants you to buy that ticket to the show. She wants you to go. She wants you to have faith in the universe and God that what money you put out, it comes right back in. So you should buy yourself a rock. Yeah, I'm going to use this video on my blog. So the less people hear, actually, the better. But I wanted to go live because I did good for like a week checking in, going live. And then here's the thing. If something is not divinely perfect for me, I usually quit pretty quick. Like if I don't go past a week with something, then it's not mine to have. It's not easy. It's not an alignment. I enjoyed it, but if something's divinely right for me, it's usually pretty easy for me to do it again and again and again. That's why my podcast, Herb Oracle, again and again and again and again, all the time. Course in Miracles, I did a whole year of that. no trouble, because it was divinely right for me to do. So yeah, the things that you can get up and do every day without feeling like it's a struggle or you got to twist your own arm, that's divinely right for you. That's your perfect self-expression, what you love. So I wrote this page a little notes on how to manifest from what she said in chapter 1. Yeah, I did see some fireworks. My neighbors had some. My dog did not like them, but I did. So it's good. My summer's good. Thank you. So how to manifest? 3 ways. Through your desire, through your faith, and through your spoken word. Yeah, the shadow work card that we did, the shadow clearing, 44 episodes, that playlist, that deck is called The Soul's Journey. The Soul's Journey by James Van Praagh. You know, that famous psychic guy, James Van Praagh. He did The Soul's Journey. That deck is awesome. That deck is so good to use. It'll clue you right in. And yeah, I felt like it was so valuable. We went through each card on a separate broadcast and really just, oh man, I did so much work that year. So yeah, and then last year, yeah, that was the deck. And they've got the pretty mandala circles on them. Yes, that is a fabulous, fabulous deck. And then I studied all the laws of the universe, and now it's led me up to fine-tuning my manifestations. So I need to remember that there are 3 ways that I manifest. Everything that I desire, whether I speak it out loud or feel it within, is a demand or a request. So everything that you're thinking about, you're asking for, okay? So you can use that to your advantage, but I say it like that, sassy, to call you out if you're thinking about things that you don't actually want in your life. This is your wake-up call to quit thinking about that crap. So how to manifest? 3 ways. Through your desire, through your faith, or your spoken. My mom called me. My dog, she made my dog bark. Zen! If my mother was subscribed to my YouTube channel, she would know that I was live right now. All right, here's 3 ways to manifest. Desire, faith, spoken word. That's okay, nothing's up. I mowed the yard tonight. That's what she wanted to tell me. My mom just wanted to tell me that she mowed her yard. I love that. Okay. Zen, lay down. Lay down in your bed. Shh. Okay. Now, if you've ever read the Bible or not read the Bible, this is so popular you'll still recognize it. Ask and it is given. Abraham Hicks wrote a book about that, but actually that was said in the Bible first. Ask and it is given. Seek and you'll find it. There's this whole quote in the Bible. Knock on the door and it will open. So anyways, hold on here. So anyways, keep that in mind. Anytime you make the first move, and you must make the first move. If you want to manifest, you need to make the first move. You need to ask, you need to seek, you need to knock, okay? You need to go make the first move. Here's some other ideas. You need to pray, you need to affirm, you need to speak the truth, and ask for what is divinely yours. So you deserve everything that is in your divine plan. You deserve everything that you want, everything you dream about, everything you're passionate about, everything that is your perfect self-expression. You should have it, but you got to make the first move. So anyways, that's the second to the last page of the notes that I wrote. How to manifest. You manifest through your desire, through your faith, or through your spoken word. So that is why affirmations are so important. 1, because it's your spoken word and you speak it and it will be. 2, because everything you think or say or think makes an impression on your subconscious, that friend that is always listening. Okay, your faithful, creepy ass friend who's always listening is your subconscious. and anything you think or say listens to you. So if I go around saying, here's an affirmation that I wrote that from the book, from Flossie, you can change your conditions by changing your words. Okay, now I would turn that into a first person. I can change my conditions by changing my words. If I go around all day long saying that, it's going to impress upon my subconscious mind and retrain my mind to believe that I can change my conditions by changing my words. It will help me change my words, and it will help me change my conditions. So that is why affirmations literally are effective. Is that me? Hey, hi me. That's funny. So anyways, hey little Natala. All right, so here's another thing that I wrote down. I love this so much. Infinite Spirit, open the way for great abundance for Sade. She is an irresistible magnet for all that belongs to her by divine right. So I can speak that truth for myself. I can make the first move and speak that truth for myself. I can make the first move and speak that truth for you. Yeah, blessings to you too, sister. Infinite Spirit, open the way for great abundance for little Natala. Little Natala is an irresistible magnet for all that belongs to little Natala by divine right. So those words, by divine right, under grace, that tells the universe, hey, I know that belongs to me and it is mine. I claim it. So anyways, how to manifest? You use your desire, you use your faith, and you use your spoken word. And the combo of those three will help you manifest anything you want. Ask and it is given. Seek and you'll find it. Knock and the mother trucking door will open. But you got to make the first move. You got to pray. You got to affirm. You got to speak the truth. And you got to ask for what is divinely yours. All right, so now you know. Any woman who does not know the power of the word is behind the times. Now, I wrote that down, so whenever I see it, it makes me laugh. Because laughter opens up pretty much any door I have found. Laughter is the magical key. All right, last page, and then we out. Last page, the object of the game of life. So life is a game, fine. We're going to learn how to play it. What is the object of this game? Anytime you play a board game and it comes with directions, it will tell you the object of the game so you know what the heck you guys are doing, right? Like, what's the point of this game? What's the object? The object of the game of life is to see clearly one's good. See clearly one's good and to obliterate. Ooh, I like that word because it's so violent. Lovingly violent. Obliterate all mental pictures of evil. Okay, so that's what she said in her book. Now, it's 2020, so we don't really call things evil so much anymore. But what was she talking about? Here's what's evil. Fear, doubt, lack, any type of BS. You know what's evil for you. Low self-esteem. What's evil for you? Negative thinking, no confidence. What's your evilness? Fear. It's probably fear or lack. Lack of abundance, lack of love, lack of whatevs. So if you can see clearly you're good, like know that you're good, know that you're worthy, know that you have a divine plan, know that you have a destiny, know that whatever is meant for you, you should have it. And you're good, and you see you're good. That's the object of the game of life. See clearly you're good and obliterate all mental pictures of evil. Or I would probably just say bullshit, right? Like, I know what's evil for me. I know what's evil for me. Lack, doubt, fear, negativity. You know, that's what... All right, so here's what I want to leave you with. Remember, your subconscious mind is always listening. So subconscious mind is like your creepy friend who's just always with you. Like, there she is, still with me. And she's always listening. That's my subconscious mind. But you know what? That creep is faithful. That creep will do whatever I tell her to. The subconscious mind is always listening. So what do I want to do? I want to impress like a image. Remember those images our imagination cut out? I want to impress my subconscious mind. I want to paste images with the realization of good. I want to tell my creepy friend, my subconscious mind, that I am good. I am confident. I deserve things, right? Because whatever I say, she's like writing down, and that's what she's going to do. She hears every thought. She listens to every word. She hears every thought that I think. That's how much of a creep she is. So what I want to do is eliminate all my untrue things that I've said. All my, like everything I say in this broadcast is going to be recorded. If I would belch right now, if I would fart right now, like, you would hear it. Unless I go back and edit it. So I really only want to say or do things that I want to be true. I want to make perfect recordings. I want to only think perfect for me thoughts. I want to only say the right thing at the right time in the perfect way. I only want to say and think things that benefit me. So Flossie, my new friend Flossie, in her book, The Game of Life and How to Play It, suggests that we make perfect recordings through the Christ within. So that's our super conscious mind, the God mind. We want to activate that. And isn't that where we're at? So anyways, I will end by reading out of this book because she wants us to say these words out loud. I feel like I have children making fun behind me. All right, so here's what we say out loud so that our ever silent listener, our subconscious mind, can hear this, because our creepy friend is going to write this down. Every thought that we think, every word that we say. So speak these words out loud with power and conviction. I now erase and eliminate by my spoken word every untrue recording in my subconscious mind. I erase and eliminate. I obliterate all untrue recordings in my subconscious mind. They shall return to the dust heap of their native nothingness, for they came from my own vain imaginings. I now make my perfect recordings through the Christ within. The recordings of health, wealth, love, and perfect self-expression. That is the square of life, the game completed. So yeah, if you want to play this game of life and you would like to complete it successfully, happily, enjoyably, you want to enjoy your life more, I highly recommend connecting with my new friend Flossie, Florence Scovel Shin. You can find all of her writings here on YouTube. Pretty much everyone and their brother have made an audio recording of the original works. So you'll be able to get this. I love this book. It's written for women. It helped it click even more with me. So anyways, you can change your conditions by changing your words. You can affect every aspect of your life. You can change any condition, whether it has to do with your health, wealth, love, or your self-expression. You can change it. So, and remember, every woman or man who does not know the power of the word is behind the times. Now, that's probably not what we would say now. We would probably say something like, anyone who doesn't know the power of the word isn't cool. But anyways, she's just sort of trying to like prompt you into being like, yo, do you want to get with it or not? Do you want to get with with it and live life because everybody else is doing it. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. So anyways, that is chapter 1, the game. You can change your conditions by changing your words. What do you think? Anyways, I'm pretty excited I've already read this book completely. I'm pretty excited to go back, figure out what really stood out for me, what I want to share with everybody, and look, I got all these cards. Like, this is only half of them I bought at Dollar General. They smell like Dollar General. What does everything at Dollar General smell like? Laundry detergent. You buy a package of animal crackers, guess what they gonna smell like? Laundry detergent. So anyways, what did you miss? A whole lot. Hey, any woman who does not know the power of the word is behind the times. So we're going to get everybody up to speed who wants to get up to speed. Anybody who wants to play the game of life and win and complete their square. I'm going to help everybody. So anyways, let's say this fun affirmation one more time for me, because the subconscious mind, that creepy friend who always hears every thought of mine, who always listens to every word that I speak, she's with me. So she should just hear, Infinite Spirit, open the way for great abundance for Sadie and someone who likes animals, and Hippie 25, and Wyatt and Nutella and J9. Open the way for great abundance for everybody listening right now. We are irresistible magnets for all that belongs to us by divine right. Right? Isn't that a cool thing to say to yourself? I am an irresistible magnet. Ooh, you're a magnet. Feel the universe be drawn to you. I am an irresistible magnet for all that belongs to me by divine right. And here's another little thing that we're going to get into later on in this book. By divine right, under grace. Okay? So anytime you say, like, I command this to come to me, put in the words under grace, okay? Because that protects you, right? So I could say, I want all the money that belongs to me by divine right. But I could, like, be hurt in an accident and get that money, okay? Like, I could get that money, but it could be negative. If I say under grace, then I will get that money in a safe way. Okay, so like pretty much everything you say from this point on in your life, just tag on under grace, okay? Like, I want what's best for me under grace, okay? I want everything that belongs to me by divine right under grace, okay? That under grace is like a safety belt. It's a protective bubble of love. So anyways, on that note, thanks for hanging out with me. I will be back again for the next chapter if you want. If you're on board for the game of life and how to play it, and you're interested, and you want to journey along with me, I'll be here to do that. If not with me, I highly recommend checking out somebody else's audiobook or getting this book for yourself if you're a lady girl, or the original version if you're a dude. Either way. And I know some dudes who want this one. I know dudes who want the woman's version. So it don't matter. It does not matter which path you choose. But you know what? It's like there's a way to make life work better for you. And so it's just time. It is just time. So anyways, on that note, thanks for hanging out. Whew, did I really talk for 49 minutes and 9 seconds? You bet I did. Much love to you guys. I'll see you again soon. Maybe.